Thanks so much. Our old friend, Chef Steve from Francesca's. I haven't seen you for months.
How are you?
Where have you been?
Oh, I was here
busy.
a couple times, but yeah, we've been real busy at the restaurant. So.
I know you have. We're making a fancy dish today. Caramel espresso beef Speidini over white truffle mashed potatoes. When I read that,
yeah,
I almost swooned.
They go together perfect.
I bet they do.
This is the perfect example of where you can take, you know how everybody gets a coffee grain in their coffee and they're like, I can't drink the coffee. This is a perfect example where a texture like a coffee grain ends up being delicious with the right textures of food and the flavors, and it goes together perfect.
Okay, what are some of the ingredients that folks are going to need? And is this actually a dish at Francesca's?
We always run. We ran this as a feature this past weekend, but we're going to be running it for the next 2 weeks. We always run it for 2 weeks after we do something on Winging It.
Excellent. Yeah. All right, so I'm sorry again, ingredients.
Okay, well, we have our espresso beans. We have some cayenne pepper, some sugar, some pepper, some garlic powder, some onion powder, some Italian herbs, and some kosher salt.
So it looks like a mesh of herbs and flavors.
Yeah, so, I mean, most people have a coffee grinder at home, and you're just going to take some espresso beans and grind them down. If not, you can chop them. Okay, so we're just going to basically combine everything into a bowl.
Okay, we're going to do that in our next segment.
Sure, mix them up, and then we're going to dry rub our beef. Whatever beef, you could use whatever beef you want, whatever you prefer. I like to use tenderloin because it's
so
the best. Yes.
All right, terrific.
And then we have a truffle mashed potato that we're doing. I don't know if a lot of people haven't tried truffles before.
Love them.
They're very good. It's a very unique flavor. It's expensive, but it's delicious.
It's worth it in small amounts for a treat.
It really is. It really is.
All right, Chef Steve, when we come back, we're going to get started with at least one of them.
Okay.
Either the beef or the potatoes. You decide.
Fantastic.
All right, thanks. We're going to go into the newsroom with our web producer, Chef Steve from Francesca's, in the kitchen, and we are sizzling right now, literally. We've got caramel espresso beef Speidini over white truffle mashed potatoes. The beef is sizzling. You're going to teach us how to make the rub. Yeah.
So we're going to throw together the rub. I already put in the chopped espresso with a little bit of black pepper and some cayenne. We got some onion powder. We're going to throw in some garlic powder. This is a dry rub, some Italian herbs, and then some kosher salt, okay? And then basically we're just going to mix that all up real good. And looks like kind of like a whitish brown powder. Here's another shot of it already pre-made. And then you're gonna dip your tenderloin pieces in it like that. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you just put it on the skewer?
Yeah, we already cut them on, and then what we're gonna do is skewer them and add vegetables. We have our vegetables already pre-chopped. We have portobello mushrooms, yellow squash, onion, and zucchini. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna start making our Speidini, which is Italian for a skewer. And then we have our potatoes going, and then I have some already done over here that I'm cooking up.
We're going to put this together. I'm right now going to toss back to Laura. When we come back, though, we're going to put it all together.
Excellent.
Excellent. Laura? Thanks. Making caramel. Oh, that's my second one.
Yeah.
We're making caramel espresso
beef Speidini.
Beef Speidini.
Yes.
All right, you're putting together the,
so I'm taking the beef.
kebabis.
Yes, we made the rub. We rubbed the beef into the rub that we made, which is with the espresso, cayenne pepper, salt, pepper, other ingredients, garlic, onion powder. And then we're just going to alternate with onions. We chopped up our vegetables, so we have onions and portobello mushrooms.
Okay.
And zucchini and squash. And we're just gonna alternate it with our beef. All
right, so let's say you have that. You're already on the next step right now.
Okay.
You've been sauteing the beef.
Then over here, yes, we actually took the beef and I like to use a char grill actually, but we don't have one here. Yes, so that's typically the way it would be done. But we have a grilling pan here with some olive oil. So we're grilling the Spaidinis in here, which is just Italian for shish kebab, really. And so we'll let those cook. You cook those to basically what temperature you like your meat. Okay. Medium well, however you like it. We have our caramel sauce, which is, we just took a cup of sugar, tablespoon of water, and then you just keep swirling it until you have this nice caramel color. Okay.
I always get nervous. I was telling you that anytime I have to do anything that involves candy-like stuff? Because you have to be very temperature conscious.
Yes, because it burns very quick.
And then you're done.
And sometimes it gets so hot that if you pull it off the heat too late, it keeps cooking, and it will burn after you even pull it off the flame. So you have to be very careful with that. And then, you know, you're just really looking for a light caramel color, and don't ever stick your finger in there to test it.
That's what we were talking about. Every time I make candy, I want to stick it in because it looks so delicious,
yeah.
And it burns. Seriously burns.
Bad move, bad move.
Bad
it
move.
Sticks to your finger and it just keeps burning. So we're going to take some butter and put that in with our mashed potatoes. We have our truffle oil here, so we're just going to take our truffle oil, which is about 1 ounce of truffle oil, and then you're going to salt and pepper to taste. Okay? And then we're just going to mash it up. We're lacking a masher. Now, the potatoes are hot enough. We'll melt the butter.
What kind of potatoes do you use?
Well, you know, I like red skin potatoes normally. I put that in the recipe. These are Yukon Gold, and they complement the truffle oil really nice. So
they're very creamy. I love Yukon Gold.
Do you smell that?
I do.
Wow, with the truffle oil. Folks at home, if you don't know what truffle oil is or what it tastes like, I think you can go to like a gourmet store, and you can get like a bottle of white truffle oil. If you buy the real truffles, you have to special order them in, and they're about $300 a pound. They're very expensive.
Oh my goodness, we were in Italy, and they were selling actual truffles.
Yeah.
And it was like, it seemed to us like $1 million. It's so expensive.
Yes, it's very expensive. So we have our caramel going here. Now, once you make your caramel, which it takes about 5 to 8 minutes to turn that little bit of water with the sugar into caramel, then we have our beef demi-glace. And you could buy a pre-made demi-glace and just mix it with the powder. But if you want to do it right, you're going to take some beef, the scraps that are left over, boil it, get the flavor, add a little salt, and then boil it down to like a thicker consistency. And we're going to add that into our caramel sauce, okay? And then we're going to take...
standing over here because
we have a little bit of bourbon, okay? We have a little bit of bourbon, the amount in the recipe there, and we're just going to mix this all together.
Okay, we've got about a minute left.
Okay, ooh, smell that. Okay, let's... This is going to be yeah, I'm just mixing that really good so it makes an even consistency. And then we're going to plate this up. Okay. So we're going to take our truffle mashed potatoes, and we're going to smear a little bit on the bottom. And the flavor of the truffle with the espresso rub that we made and just the beef juices that actually kind of cooks and brews the espresso a little bit onto the steak with the vegetables. It's just a great, great combination. So now we're going to take a little bit of our caramel sauce because it's not real sweet, this. So we're going to take a little, we're going to drizzle it over the top and around the plate. Okay?
All right. I'm going to just...
You have a wonderful dish here.
Let it cool down for a bit, and then I'll try it. And when we come back for our second helpings, we're also going to tell folks about what they can expect at Francesca's on Friday and Saturday night. Okay. A little dinner and entertainment.
Absolutely.
All right,
just in the, what was it, the gusto for that.
It was just in the gusto.
Yeah.
When we come back, we'll talk about that. I'm going to take a taste, and Amelia is going to come back with... Okay, so far 4 people have tried this in our studio, and everybody's given it the major thumbs up. The potatoes are to die for, and you can get it at Francesca's this week.
Absolutely.
For the next 2 weeks,
2 weeks we run it, and if it's popular, we'll just keep it going.
Black truffle potatoes, or truffle potatoes. Okay, we're making a pasta now with our leftovers.
Yeah, for a second helping, we're just going to take pretty much the only extra ingredient is heavy cream. And if you don't prefer heavy cream, you could use a light cream. So what we're going to do is, out of the caramel that we made, we're going to make a caramel sauce. And all we're going to do is we're going to add some heavy cream to it. And then we're going to wisp it in, okay? And this is going to create a kind of like a caramel Alfredo. Yeah. And I'll tell you, with the beef, it just goes really good, the sweetness, and it's not overly sweet, the espresso kind of... Have you ever had chocolate nibs?
Is that like a chocolate coffee?
It's the chocolate bean before they sweeten it, so it's kind of bitter. Okay, it's really good if you have like a real sweet cake, and then you're gonna it counters this extra sweetness. So this is kind of the same thing. The espresso bean counters the sweetness of the caramel sauce. So I just took angel hair pasta and I cooked that, and you know, you use whatever pasta you prefer. If you like fettuccine or spaghetti or rigatoni, whatever you like the best, you can use as your pasta.
We've got about 30 minutes left. Can we show a finished product?
Yeah. Let me go get that.
That magic of TV.
You're just going to take your beef, your vegetables, your angel hair, and you're going to, you know, mix it all together, pour your caramel sauce on top.
And you got another dinner for another night.
You've got a beautiful dinner that's just as good as the last.
All right.
So.
Chef Steve, thanks so much from Francesca's. It's so nice seeing you, as always. Friday and Saturday nights after dinner, you have live music.
Yeah.
Everybody head down there.
2-for-1 fish fries for Lent. You got it going on.
The list is endless.
Yes.
Nice to see you. Come back again. Don't make yourself a stranger.
I won't.
Laura, back to you.